Spidery goodness. Or we could go to the level 4 area we found. I'm actually thinking of going there because it was through a secret. So it might not be the larger level 4 area, but a minor area. Right, it's not like it would be the first time we've... Ah, feet. Doesn't want snail as this. So basically put something in there, I suppose. Disease. No health regeneration. Slime bale. Probably a slime bale. I'm going to load. What I want to know is how this works. It basically is they can attack through the whole portcullises. I can't. So find an item there. Eat it. I don't think we should even try to go in here fighting. We have the invisibility. It's not going down. I'm a bit diseased. I think we can do better, but I want to know is the pearl slime book. It is used for curing rheumatism, cramps, it's anti-disease basically. Something in there. But what does it want? Would have to find a way to deal with puddings or jellies or slimes in some way. I don't know how. Maybe range combat is the key. Just refuse to die. I think they're worse than the spiders. I think I'll leave this for now. I can't cure the disease. I'd have to go in there and get that cured. I have to have health regeneration, there's no getting around that. Visibility is probably... no, it went away. Recovery time reductions would be great. We just currently don't have the ability to burst enough damage. Scroll of Shock. Yeah, good timing on giving this now. Anyone who has that spell casting figures it out immediately. They're getting very close to the formula. Mixing a powdered grim cap with witch's flower almost works. I think I'm missing one more ingredient. I think I've been eating grim caps. Right, not a good idea apparently. So grim cap plus witch's flower plus X equals something. Grim cap. I don't have witch's flowers. Witches of the North. Okay, that's probably witch's flower then. Sulphurous potion. What did it do? It affected my evasion negative way, and I think I have my attack in a positive way. Evasion 0, attack 5. Minus 10, 15. Rage. Plus 10 attack power, minus 10 evasion. Well, if we absolutely have to kill someone quickly, that's the way we want to do it. We're not going to be able to dodge the attacks anyway, especially against opponents like the slime. Ah, fuck. Hello there. We don't have energy to cast with you. Ah, they're already poisoned. Last ice magic spell. We probably should try to go toward the improved frostbolt. Frostbolt spells are much more powerful. Clearly we need it against the puddings or slimes or whatever they are. After that, something else. Energy plus 10. Right. Could just loaded and killed the spider without getting poisoned. I honestly don't want to start doing that. We still have the capability of getting rid of poisons. We have a reasonable amount of resources so we can repeat the process at least a handful of times. So yeah, if we are in a desperate situation, sure, but we're not. Not at the moment. We could use the rest though. Huh. Level ups. Piercing strike. I'll put a couple of points in dodging. Just 2 points to get a little bit of evasion. What would it's actually not that bad. We could still get Piercing Strike on the next level up. But we're going to move toward the Greater Lightning Bolts. We need at least 5 points, so we can spend 3 somewhere else. Not that it helps all that much. Get a Earth spell, but it's basically going to be the shittiest attack spell possible. So yeah, just go with the air. Once we have Greater Lightning Bolt, then we'll do Spellcraft. I need more energy. I'm constantly running out of energy with this guy. Spectral Relay. We have a Spectre here then. Baked Maggots. Leather Cap. I found better armor, so I'll leave my old equipment here. It's too bad that I was a little clumsy with the leather graves, though. I won't risk it by going after them myself, but maybe someone else will be willing to take the plunge. No idea how to open the door, though. Need a key. An upper mace. No one's using that type of weapon. -10 evasion without heavy armor proficiency. Protection is only slightly better. Blunt weapon might be good against something, so I'll still take it. Right. This leaves us with sort of a problem. It seems like the solution to these is contained within these areas, at least very likely. We also haven't been able to go past that, and there doesn't seem to be any way here how you could do it. So the solutions have to be somewhere else. Ah, fuck. If you turn sideways in these stairs, you automatically go in them. Shit. Okay, these guys are fairly good. I see. So, fighting these guys in a way where you basically go back and forth from the front is not really all that helpful. Yeah, you can strike, but they get the chance to strike too. However, if you sort of pull back and let them walk in front of you, you get 3 attacks, and you can pull back again, get 3 attacks, pull back again, get 3 attacks. I'm guessing that's the easily exploitable combat of this game. Not sure I want to come here, because there's no going back. I'm sort of interested in trying to solve the other problems we had at the higher levels. The fact that we sort of performed poorly here didn't really help things. Right, looking good. That might be the difficulty with the slimes too, is that because how the sort of maze is structured there's no chance of luring them into a preferable fighting position. They always come from the front, so there's no dodging their attacks. I'm pretty sure I've jumped in here. And we got the greaves out of it. We're wearing them right now. Right, no point jumping in. This. Let's start with this. It's definitely an opening to the right side. Portcullis. I know there's a door to the left. So there's no real room. I suppose this could have a secret door or this. sort of seems more likely, in fact. Because I don't see any way that we could even try anything here, but that's definitely a door. So there's a door there, and there's really only two places that it could possibly connect to, unless there's a staircase of some sort. Didn't. It's feasible that I could have missed something. I think this was a place with a lot of spiders. I wasn't exactly too keen on staring at the walls at the time. Nothing jumps out. It would have to be this wall that gets switched around. Doesn't mean that it doesn't. It just could mean that the switch that does it isn't here. Sure, the solution is simple enough, but still need to get it. This was the larger spider area. Right. With the pathway to level 4. I'll go check this area here. I think we'll just have to go to level 4. We'll also have to keep in mind that this is using up our food. We're constantly losing energy when we do this. So it's not something we can keep doing indefinitely. We'll have to make progress. Nothing really jumps at me here. I think I'll go the secret level 4 area, preferably then use the pathway down. I'm certain I'll end up missing quite a few secrets. That's pretty much in a game like this. That's a given. However, I don't want to ignore the ones that I do find out. So this might involve a little bit of fighting, but actually the disease wasn't that bad. It's sort of a temporary downside that doesn't do you damage. Yeah, they can move across the portcullises. Maybe. I mean, there would be slimes. What's stopping them? They're fairly dumb. They have no way to go around these obstacles. How do I feed you? Might be able to use invisibility to at least move into a better position. Where the fuck did that one come from anyway? I was pretty sure I had nothing here. Running out of energy. Constantly running out of energy. I can't do this if one of the mages basically can't do anything. Not against opponents like this. At the very least have to wait until the energy recovers a little bit. That's a lot of waiting. Suppose I can rest. You. Probably should move toward heavy armor. Although it's still another level up. Alternatively, special attack on the swords. Powerful slash that cuts flesh to the bone. I'll take that. But we do want the heavy armor. That's 3 level ups now then before we can start using it. Although I have seen a single equipment piece for it, so I'm not too bummed out about it. And it does provide us with extra health, so it's not totally wasted effort. We could get extra energy, but we're not running out of energy ever with these guys. And we'll go with the plan to try to reach heavy armor at least. I'm a bit disappointed by the fact that the warrior seems to be quite often the least useful character when you use in these situations. Treasure found, 1 out of 7. Not bad. Got a couple of kills out of it, got a treasure item out of it, whatever that means. Golden statue of an ancient forgotten deity. The engravings on it are written in an unknown language. Maybe it's just one of those things. Yeah, collect all of them and you'll get a pat on the back. It's probably an ingredient for the potions. But Mr. Face, what exactly am I supposed to feed? Bad timing to lose the lights. Rest. So we need to wait out the disease at the very least. What do we need to feed you, Mr. Face? I'm just assuming that whatever we need is somewhere in this area. And the reward from completing it is here. What was the anti-disease item? Slime bill. I'll probably take down a single slime. Yeah, that's not how you use weapons. Just don't have the energy. Still going to try to move toward the stronger attack spells first. Because if we would have a little bit of... If the few spells we can cast would do a little bit more damage, that would also solve the problem. And we're so close to reaching that point. It looks like there's too many slimes here. What about a single green gem? Very much expected though. So what's my reward? I did get some experience out of it, so no regrets, but... Poison bombs. crossbow. Poison coral. Not really a crossbow wielding man, but you have to wait until level 4 to get a crossbow. 12, 29. So more powerful, slower. I don't see any reason why I should leave the gem here. I did leave the eye gems in the upper level, so I'm not sure if there's any reason to take them with us either. Right. Mystery pit that we can't really do anything about, with both sides seem to have access points in them. Sport college and an door. On the lower level we have this. Another opening that we can't really open though. And the only access is just jump into a pit. Maybe we should jump into one of those pits. Just basically take a one final look before moving on. There's a chance we can just come back, but yeah, there's the but. It's a good chance we won. So if we're going to do it, we might as well give it a one. Try to do it now. Especially because we sort of, well, at least it's becoming increasingly less likely that the solution is somewhere else. Still not impossible by any means, but yeah. We should be able to press stones here, shouldn't we? Maybe that opened something in the upper. Just press the switch. And now the key is gone. Right, so maybe that's the reason you need to shut down the teleporters. Serpent Bracer. Protection +2, poison resist +50. Yeah, it could have been useful earlier. Yeah, it's a lot less complicated once you have experience about this thing. I mean, how to work these things in general. It's all seems so simple now. I'm just happy that we managed to solve one of them. That changed. Previously we couldn't see the area there, now we can. Is that where we teleport a rock there? No, I can just see it for some reason. Because I jumped into the pit, right, that's the reason. But now I can see it. There's a door to the left. Like, there is a fucking door there. So how do you get there? I suppose technically it can be almost anything. But usually when a path basically goes right next to another area, you can see through it. So there's no wall. If there's a wall, it has to be a actual square that's unusable. Which would mean that that's at the very least gonna be usable. It almost has to be one of these three ends that opens up. I think I've tried throwing something there, and I can see the hammer, I guess. No, there's a torch and a root. That's what's there. But why torch and a root? Does it mean something? Maybe there's one of the teleporters here actually teleports us there. No. Right. Too simple. Switch. Yeah, there's sort of room running out of in this area. Can't open this. That switch will open this door. Okay, it's whatever it is, it has to be in this fucking area. There's no other place. There's nothing to the... Okay, looking at this, this is a hole. After that there's a room with a switch. There might be one after that, so here. But definitely not longer. It doesn't go into any of the side areas. So this would be the option if I'd have to go after something. Not sure if I should drop something in the hole. Not a regular pit, it can't be closed. Might be worth trying. We're gonna try to see if we can open that. This will not open, it's not marked as a door. Maybe it's basically not accessible unless you do this first. So it's a more complex system. Still, I've looked through these at least a couple of times and I haven't spotted anything. Clickety clickety click. Maybe a torch. We got a torch there. It's another pillar, similar to the area before. Would it function in the same way? A pillar in the light, in the night. You get the idea. Yeah, it's the exact same type of room. Where did we enter here? Right. Yeah, it's the exact similar shape. Could mean nothing. Try to turn off the torches. I'm sort of trying to use the options given to us. There was a torch and a root. Root is an anti-poison root, so I'm not sure how much that means. Torch is just a torch. Maybe something happened here. But there's just... I feel whatever we need to do is something we need to do here, now. Not something we can basically do later on somewhere else. Who knows what these other switches do, though. Okay, there's vines there. Porch. How? How? It doesn't really look like there's even room for much of a secret. At Yeah, at best it would be here. How the fuck? This is here to give you vital information. This is your reward. Your secret reward. Getting here is not complicated. I was just being thick about it. However, even if we could close this, what good would it do? Two, why is the pit there in the first place? I mean, no one's going to accidentally go there. What do we have below this? Suppose it's this system. Huh. But we already solved that. I dropped something there. How the... I can't possibly interact with anything so far away. Crap, crappity crap, crap, crap. I'm very, very, very reluctant to just let it go now. But at the same time, I don't exactly cherish the idea of staring at walls for the next hour trying to figure it out. We can always come back, I suppose. Maybe we should just move on to level 4. Let it simmer in the back of our brain. It does look like there has to be an opening here. A secret wall of some sort. And the only possible areas would really be this. Doesn't mean the switch is there. Especially with so many little trigger plates all over the place. There's no telling which do they interact. Wonder if the switch needs to be pressed for... This bothers me, the pit. It's clearly a pit, but usually the pits are something you can always close up. This seems to be very different. It's just a pit. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't really have good ideas. I'll think it's better if we just leave it for now. Well, there's this weird pit. I don't see how it could be connected. This is a teleportation system though, so it's always possible you could be teleported in there. Then you need to jump to the pit to get out of it. Possible. So far the option has almost never been anything like that. It's much more simpler. But you do have to maneuver a little bit, maybe use certain things fairly quickly. I demand a sacrifice. Yeah, I threw something in there and I got a few items out of it. Right. Doesn't look like there's anything interesting here. Killer of Lights. I think I'll take the torches back. Not sure this was a terribly bad idea anyway. Maybe the torches need to be in a different manner. It's just that it's an identical room to where we began. Absolutely identical. So I don't think it's unreasonable to at least suspect that Using something with the torches could be the solution here. We are almost guaranteed to have a secret door here, but there's no mechanisms anywhere I can see. However, we have a identical room, which previously we used to, by placing torches correctly, we used to make progress. Why wouldn't the solution be similar? Um, Never have there been secrets in the mine areas, so far at least. My point mainly being that if there's secret walls here, these two seem to be the prime candidates. Maybe this. Okay, I'll place the torches in a few different ways and see if that makes a difference. Oh, this is the best feeling when playing puzzle games. When you think you see something and it actually works out. Thinking about this, the clue was very specific. It's the pillar of light doesn't refer to torches, it refers to the central pillar that needs to be lighted up. And but that's quite nice that you're supposed to basically there's no hint, they're just it's the same room again. So you're supposed to try the same thing, play with the same items again. I'm honestly curious about the pit. It's just a pit. We've been here before. What did we do all this for? Huntsman cloak. Evasion, dexterity, vitality. It's a cloak. I think the much more better or significant award is that you don't leave anything unsolved behind. Right. There's only one path to take. Not sure what's the quickest path there anymore. Probably going back. Feels good. How close are we to level ups? Ooh, yellow food. Probably should eat something. We've been running around quite a bit, so yeah, there are downsides to this. Little snail. Right, that's right. And this was the place we learned to fight a little bit better. If you have the best place to fight is something where you can basically maneuver around a little bit. The worst places are these straight up tunnels. So lesson learned. Straight up tunnels are good for range combat, more or less. But melee focus requires maneuvering. I still sort of wonder how you're supposed to get backstab in this game and what counts as a backstab. How are you supposed to maneuver? Let's say opponent comes there, even from a side, are you supposed to... How exactly are you supposed to do it? How to quickly just maneuver... Hope you get a hit? Don't understand.